preach here and go home. So this woman now, in our text, she was bent over. And I've come to tell you that sin now will bend you in some ways you never thought possible. You will think in twisted ways, and you will have no ability to be objective about that which you are thinking. So here we are. We find Jesus on the Sabbath going to the synagogue. I tell you, there is nothing like the church. Y'all can sit there quiet all you want to, because you don't know your day of deliverance. This woman was going 18 years every week looking at the same dry dead people. They was religious fanatics, knew the law, but the law killed, but the spirit give life. Could not speak into the minds of this woman of God and say, you are vexed with the spirit of infirmity. But I stop by to tell you, you ain't gonna walk out of here the same today. You've been tricked, you've been trapped and set up, and you're gonna leave here free from everything that you walked up in here for. If you believe that, say, God, I thank you for freedom right now. The preacher ain't got to say that to me. I feel the word already. And it's right there at my seat. So this woman now was catching hell. Not only did Jesus come to church on that Sabbath, but he saw something that no one else saw, sister. Everybody else saw a poor woman who had been suffering for 18 years. The church saw a humpback, a downcast eyes, a depressed spirit, a weary walk, and acceptance of defeat. But Jesus now, he saw something else. Aren't you glad that God sees something else in you that other people see? Well, let me help you again. Aren't you glad that God can look beyond your faults and see your very needs? Still got the wrong church. Aren't you glad God ain't leave you where you were with your trifling self? Y'all still quiet. Aren't you glad God didn't overlook you when you were in your well of depression? Aren't you glad that God, he stopped by, spoke a word to you, and you was able to quicken your mortal body? And that's the reason you are who you are today, by the grace of God. And I need about 15 of y'all not to be sedity and sanctified and sanctimonious, then get up on your feet and say, Lord, I thank you. Because yeah, I had a spirit. Yeah, I had a demon. Yeah, I had something in my life that I needed you to take away. But eventually, God pulled you out of that thing. And that's the reason I lift up my hands. That's the reason I praise God. Because